My name is Celestia Lindenberg. Did you just link Phineas and Ferb fanfiction to me right now? I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, I guess I could assume that it was a thing, but this is not something that I was anticipating 2 seconds into the stream. How is the music volume, by the way? I am so bad at playing music during streams, it's not even funny, but hopefully this is okay. Also, let me know how the mic volume is because I'm using a new mic that I got during Prime Day, so hopefully that's also okay. Promise it's totally a safe fic. I have been linked to absolute debauchery way too many times to believe that's true, but I am gonna look at those links later. But anyway, we're back here with my immortal. It's we back at it again, boys. Sorry, I just saw Alacadabra. It's fine. It's I have a lot more drink this time, so I'm prepared. Okay, let's just jump into chapter 13, shall we? Also, as you can tell, I did dress for the event. I did some very loosely ebony-inspired makeup. I didn't have the patience to put on eyeliner. I did some red-ish eyeshadow and some black lipstick. It's as close as I'm gonna get to Ebony's look. It's what if Mitch sought revenge on Isabella 20 years after the episode Mapless in Seattle? It has probably been a decade since I watched Phineas and Ferb. I'm not even sure if I remember who Mitch is, but I am gonna check that out later. Okay, chapter 13, let's get into it. We're primed. I hope you have alcohol. I hope you have your gothic look ready. Gothic look, pardon me. Let's just go. So, author's note for chapter 13. Raven, thanks for gelping me again. I'm sorry I took your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex I guess it's sex bomb still, but without the B. Perhaps stop flaming. It's already so much. It's already so much. It's been 2 seconds and it's already so much. I hate the way she writes these author's notes, especially because we know that she can write like an actual human. But alas. So, Vampire and I ran up the steps looking for Dumbledore. She actually spelled Dumbledore right. I'm very impressed. We were so scared. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off my extra monitor. That's not what I meant to do. Gonna try to move it a little closer so I'm not like looking so much off into the far distance, hopefully. Maybe also just kinda... This is probably better. Alright. So Vampire and we were so scared. We're looking for Dumbledore, we're so scared. Dumbledore, Dumbledore, we both yelled. As he wants to be addressed, always. Albus Percival Wilfric Brian Dumbledore? Nah, his full name is Dumbledore. Get it right. Dumbledore came there. I guess he just apparated. You can't apparate inside of Hogwarts, but I guess he just apparated wherever they were. What is it that you want now, you you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. That is such an insult. Despicable snobs. Wow, I love that. What? Some of the insults that Tara has the professors throwing around in this fic are actually very fun. Like, was it McGonagall who called someone like, oh, I don't even remember, something dunces? The professor insults are really on point, to be honest. Alright, so, you despicable snobs, he asked angrily. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire, Harry? My goodness. Voldemort has Draco. We shouted at the same time. They both mispronounced his name in exactly the same way. That's how you know that they're on the level. They're both on the same wavelength, in fact. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. What am I doing with my life? I should be building a syllabus for the course that I have to teach undergraduates in the fall. That's what I should be doing with my time. But instead I'm doing this. If any of those students ever find this, I will kill myself. That's a threat and a promise. God. Anyway, Voldemort has Draco is what is the general thesis here. We shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. Dumbledore laughed in an evil voice? I guess. Dumbledore is evil now, I guess. No, don't! We need to save Draco, we begged. What is happening? No, he said meanly. That's such like a 6-year-old way of describing someone. He's a meanie. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco, not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony. I was gonna say Draco actually hasn't done that much, like, in series canon. He's just kind of a prick. He's just kind of like a spoiled little brat, who thinks he's better than everyone else, but he hasn't, like... Arguably, the main trio have probably actually done more misbehavior. But he did have sex with Ebony in the school, on the school grounds. He walked around naked in front of children. Yeah, no, I think I'm on Dumbledore's side here, actually. I think I'm on Dumbledore's side, actually. Not after how much he behaved in school. He said while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Valid take. Who does like Draco that much anyway? One of my best friends is a Draco stan, and I'll never forgive her for it, but I guess there are some people, but most sane people are not on Draco's side. So, never liked him that much anyway, and then he just walks away like an absolute badass. We love that for Dumbledore. Vampire started crying like a bitch. My Draco! He moaned. Moaned. And then there's an author's note here. Don't you thick gay guys are like so hot. Tara, Tara. That's, oh, it's the gay fetishization for me. Yikes. Also, it's the Draco has a girlfriend now for me as well. Maybe don't say that in front of his current girlfriend. Or current hookup. Are they official? I don't think they're official. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood because he was overusing his Mangekyo Sharingan. As we established in the last stream, everyone in this fanfic is a secret Uchiha. And since that last stream, that idea has only been solidified in my mind. There's a wig hair somewhere in front of my eye. It might be behind my glasses. I think I got it. I haven't worn a wig since, like, last May. Jeez. Okay. He's crying tears of blood. He used the Mangekyo Sharingan too much. He's crying tears of blood. I really hope that my mic levels are okay right now. I don't think there's anyone in the chat to help me, but it's fine. I'll find out in the VOD, and then regret everything if it doesn't work out. Actually, hold on. I need to drink for Don't You Think Gay Guys Are Like So Hot. Oh, that's stronger than last week. Oh, that's stronger than last week. Okay. Yeah, we gotta drink for the gay fetishization, because that's a yikes. That's a yikes if ever I saw one. Ugh. Okay. Then he had a brainstorm. He had a brain blast, like Jimmy Neutron. He had a brain blast. Brain blast! That is, yes, I'm pretty sure that's Jimmy Neutron who does that. I haven't seen Jimmy Neutron in so long. I need to find a like retrospective on YouTube about Jimmy Neutron. I used to fuck with that show so hard when I was a kid. He had a brain blast. The Vyvanse is not working today. I had an idea, he exclaimed. I guess he had it and then he immediately forgot it, which, to be honest, not unusual in my experience, in my ADHD experience. But, he had an idea, past tense, which is not how humans speak, but I digress. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. If I say that, like, the descriptions of people speaking are, like, very simplistic and very repetitive, I assume that people understand what I say when I mean that. Like, we begged, period. He moaned, period. He exclaimed, period. I asked him, period. He said, period. There's just not a lot of flourish to the writing, I guess you could say. It's not very verbose, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, although I find in fiction that it's kind of nicer to write with a bit of, like, gravitas, with a bit of, you know, like an artistic flourish, a literary flourish. That's what I tend to do anyway. So it's just all, like, very, like, simple verbiage, I guess we could say. I need to stop using big words. I'm not in front of a classroom, I'm in front of a Twitch stream. But yeah, you'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Cast a spell, maybe? And then suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. There's no way to pronounce that. Suddenly they're in Voldemort's lair. Again, you can't operate inside of Hogwarts, but I guess that Vampire Potter is just built different, and he can operate inside of Hogwarts, because he's just so special. There's something on my eyelash. Oh god. There we go. There we go. Nothing in my eyeballs, please. Suddenly they're in Voldemort's lair. You can't operate inside of Hogwarts, like... If he even, I don't think you need to use a wand to operate. I think it's something you just kind of do. It's like a non-verbal spell. I guess maybe you could use a wand if you were like a novice and you needed it. But like, do we ever see anybody in the actual Harry Potter canon use a spell, or use a wand or a spell to apparate? I'm pretty sure it's something that it's kind of akin to teleportation, where it just kind of happens because you will it to happen. But sure, it's a flu powder spell, maybe. Okay. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice. Cruel, perhaps? A cruel voice? A crooning voice? Crooning would work. Crooning is an actual thing. Which I think means kind of like, I think it's kind of akin to like purring or cooing, or like, you know, kind of like a soft, sweet sound. Kind of maybe even sing-songy. I'm gonna assume she meant cruel though, because that just sounds correct. This sounds like the type of mistake that Tara would make. So we heard a cruel voice say, "Alacadabra." No, Alacadabra. She just can't get the first part of Avada Kedavra right. Oh, there's an ad. I believe there's an ad. But it is very strange to me that she can, I think she always gets Kedavra right, but she never gets Avada right, which is arguably easier. I'm pretty sure, I'm half of the mind that this entire fic was written this way on purpose, and I can almost respect that level of trolling if that's the case. And if it's not the case, then I can't respect anything about it. But it was Voldemort. Unsurprisingly, the person who performed the killing curse in Voldemort's lair was Voldemort. Shock and awe. Absolutely did not see that coming. Biggest plot twist of 2023, or whenever this came out. Obviously it wasn't 2023, but biggest plot twist of insert year here. Now we're on to chapter 14. Oh boy. I gotta psych myself up for another author's note. Also, there's a warning. There's a content warning. Okay. AN. Fuck off. Preps. Okay. Raven, thanks for helping again. The way she spells again makes me, like, physically angry. Agin. I'm sorry, couldn't update, but I was derpressed. You know, that thing that people have, derpression. I feel it. Me too, girlie. And I had to go to the hospital. Oh my goodness. I hope that's not true. I hope that was just her being edgy. 'Cause if not, stop writing this fanfic and go get some help. Makes me feel uncomfy. Ew. Uncomfy. Okay. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 god revoirs. Which will never happen. Okay. I'm trying to coordinate having lunch with my grandparents while I'm at home house sitting for my parents next week. And they have a silver flip phone from like 2002. So trying to make any plans with them is a nightmare. So my mom's like doing it because I don't want to have to email them or call them. I set up all my meetings through text. But anyway, my mom was just texting me about that. Anyway, she's never getting 10 good reviews. Unless it's people being like, this is excellent garbage, thank you so much. Which, honestly, same. This is excellent garbage, thank you so much, Tara. Let me put this down a little more. This is excellent garbage, thank you so much, Tara. A+ garbage. Alright, and then we have a content warning. So, some of this chapter is extremely scray. It's extremely scray. Voir is that excretion? Voir excretion advised. Go empty your bowels now, I guess. Okay, sure. So we ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. We ran to where he was, but it turned out that he wasn't there. The logic isn't logicking in that series of sentences, but okay. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was Wormtail? Peter Pettigrew? Yeah, it was Peter Pettigrew, right? That must be who she's talking about. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Oh my god. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Again, used the Mangekyo Sharingan too much. His eyes are bleeding. It is known. They're all secret Uchihas. I will run this joke into the ground for my own sanity. Snaketail. Snaketail, sure, that's his new edgy nickname, I guess. It's no longer Wormtail, it's Snaketail. Was torturing him with Avada Kedavra, the killing curse. Sure, Tara. Sure he was. Hi, Adil. Welcome to the stream. What? How's it going? Oh my god, there's like so many just like weird things going on in this 2-line sentence by itself. So Snaketail was torturing Draco, I guess with Avada Kedavra. Or maybe Ala Kedavra is a less severe version of Avada Kedavra. Who knows? It is not for me to know. Is the mic and music volume okay, by the way? Just checking. Because I can adjust it if I need to. But, what this is, let's go up to the top. This is My Immortal. This is actually a reposting of My Immortal. Infamously, basically the worst fanfic that has ever existed. Yes, the volume is fine. Excellent. Yeah, infamously the worst fanfic that has ever existed, or one of the worst. It's a Harry Potter fanfic written by my girl Tara Gillespie, my arch nemesis Tara Gillespie, starring Raven, Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way. No, Ebony, Darkness, Raven. Nope. Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way. There we go. And you're being dropped right into the middle of it, so RIP, because this shit is absolutely unhinged. But that's the quick and dirty of it. So, right now we're in Voldemort's lair, and Voldemort's not there. Instead, it was the fat guy who killed Cedric, and Draco is there crying tears of blood. Here we go again, indeed, Captain Redbeard. Draco's crying tears of blood, overused the Mangekyo Sharingan, they're all secret Uchihas. That was established last stream. And it is the headcanon that I will run into the ground. When was it written? No, oh no. This was written in like 2010 or even beforehand, like late 2000s. This is old. This was definitely written by a person. Although ChatGPT would probably do a better job, if I'm being honest. ChatGPT would probably do better. I hate to say it because I hate ChatGPT and I hate the fact that AI can write, because it's just going to cause a whole bunch of problems where no one's going to be able to get writing jobs anymore because we don't need anyone who can write. We can just get AI to write. Why can't we make AI like clean garbage out of the ocean? Why does it have to fucking write screenplays? Anyway, not to get up on my soapbox, Wormtail, also known as Snaketail in this stream, is, he's torturing Draco, who's crying tears of blood, who is a secret Uchiha, and then Vampire, who is Harry, by the way, and Ebony run in front of Snaketail. Okay. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. I forgot there was a gun. I forgot there was a gun. And, it's also weird that he's calling them preps because they are gothic. And if you're not a goth, by the way, you have to get off the stream. If you're a prep, fuck off. It's weird that he's calling them preps because they're not. Ebony very much dresses like a mid-2000s scene kid, if ever I've seen one. But they started shooting him with the gun. As you do. As a wizard, that's what you do. You use the gun that Voldemort gave you earlier in the fanfic. This is never gonna make sense. It's not me. I swear to God, it's not me. This is never going to make sense. It was not made to make sense. So, you know, they're shooting him with the gun. And then the sentence just ends. I guess Ebony forgot to do something there. Then suddenly he looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. And he just, like, in quotation marks, just said period, I guess. He said, Indis, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay? It's weird that this is where she, like, drew the pedophile line. Can I say the word pedophile in stream? I don't, it's weird that this is where she drew the, child predator line at, because at the end of the last stream, I think it was chapter like 11 and 12, she made Snape, Lupin, and Hagrid all child predators. Because they were all in love with Ebony or trying to look at Ebony naked or something, and she's 17, which technically not a pedophile, if we're being like semantic about it. But it's weird that for some reason Wormtail, who is like you know, a gross weird old man, he's for some reason aged down so that it's not criminal. I just want to talk, Ebony. Tara and Ebony are the same person. Tara's the author, Ebony's the character, but they're the same person. Tara, I just want to talk. Why did you do that? Why did you do this? You did this for what? Like, anyway, Wormtail, now known as Snaketail, is 16. Sure. Why not? He's the only adult that has been aged down so that he's not predatory, and it seems like he's the one who least deserves it, but sure. Huh? I asked. I would also be very confused if somebody fell down with a lovey-dovey look in their eyes, and then just said, period, to me. Is that indicative of a noise? I don't know. I would also be very confused. And then Snaketail says, Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me? It's giving. This might be a very niche reference, but it's giving Cam from Degrassi trying to flirt with Bianca and saying like, hey, do you want to go get some sex? I mean, honestly, I guess it's true to life to like 16-year-olds trying to flirt. Anobi, you're right, it is Anobi. She spells it interchangeably, Ebony or Anobi. Sometimes she even spells it in different ways. It's a very changeable name. But Anobi, I love you, will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. I think she meant cruelly there, but well, crude works. Sure. What the fuck? You torture my BF and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard. Clearly Tara like just learned about the word fuck before she wrote this chapter, because damn, is she ever going hard with the F-bombs. And I'm not sure if there's been any in the fic before this. I can't remember. But if there haven't been that many. Huh. It's her other personality, maybe? Yeah, yeah, it's her alter ego. It's like Dark Betty on Riverdale, but it's Anobi. Oh my goodness. So she's angry that Snaketail wants to have sex with her. Honestly, fair reaction. Fair reaction. I'll give it a pass. Fair reaction. Hydrate, please. Gonna get black lipstick all over every single straw that I own. Okay, so yeah, she's angry. Valid reaction, valid emotion. Then she stabbed him in the heart. With what knife? I don't think we've been privy to the fact that Ebony has a knife. I don't think that was established. I don't know. But she has a knife now and she stabs him in the heart. As you do. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. No! He screamed. He started screaming and running around. As you do when you get stabbed in the heart. You just start running in circles like you're in a Looney Tunes cartoon. Yeah, that's how that works. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Sure. sadly, as opposed to bursting into tears happily, which I guess can happen, but like usually, she has killed a man. And from context clues, we can tell that it's sad crying, I think. Okay. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. I forgot that Voldemort speaks in bastardized Old English. It is a breast of tears. She said it with her whole chest. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then, ... he started coming. I feel like that one was on purpose. I feel like that one was intentional. He started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. Oh my god, the mental image of Voldemort, like, under those, like, black robes he wears in the movies, just, like, wearing, like, stripper heels. Iconic. Iconic mental image. Oh my god, someone draw it. Someone draw, like, Patrick Star stripper heels Voldemort. There's probably already fan art of that, but dear god, do I need to see it. So we could hear his high heels clacking to us. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. Where did the broomsticks come from? They just have like an arsenal of various weapons and tools just with them. I guess they're carrying around duffel bags or something. But they got on their broomsticks and they flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying. Why is it written like this? I tell this to my students when I'm teaching like writing courses, usually like academic writing courses, but it applies to creative writing as well. That if you're using short sentences, they should be used to effect, because short sentences, you know, they're like punchy. They can build tension. They can kind of convey like a tone of urgency or a tone of like anxiety. But this does nothing. This is just. These are just like short sentences for the sake of being short, and also I guess for the sake of just like brushing by exposition. Well, not exposition, just brushing by like what they're doing instead of like actually describing it. But like this is probably the worst way I could think of writing this. Like, we went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying. That's literally the worst way I could think of writing that. It's okay. It's like how 12-year-olds write stories, and to be fair, Tara might have been 12 when she wrote this, so like, go off, I guess. I gave Draco like a stupid anime protagonist voice, didn't I? What's wrong, honey? No, that's not it. Also, maybe move back from the mic a little bit. What's wrong, honey? Sure. Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. She's crying. She's crying. And Draco's like, I know you're like upset. I know you're like literally crying. But I gotta bust a nut real quick. I hate it here. I hate it here. If I was crying and my significant other was like, actually we need to have sex right now, I would be like, you can go. You can go die, actually. What an inconsiderate thing to do. It's fine. Also, they were fighting. Also, she thought he was dead. And I'm not sure why he's not dead. I don't think it's going to be explained why he's not dead. It's fine. She's crying. He's taking off his clothes so that they can have sex. He had a sex pack. Get it? Because he's so sexy. That one hurt a little bit. That one hurt. I made this mojito way stronger than I made it last week. Okay, we drink Forget It because he's so sexy, for sure. I'm going to the shadow realm of cringe, for real. Every time she says get it, I want to end it. I want to end it. But yeah, he had a sex pack, get it because he's so sexy, and a really huge you-know-what and everything. And everything. I don't even know what and everything would entail in this situation, but sure. Does she mean he also has giant balls? Maybe. Oh. Draco seems like the kind of guy who used some bullshit excuse like sperm cramps. Is that a thing? Is that a thing guys try to say? My goodness. I don't know a lot about a lot, but I'm pretty sure that's bullshit. Pretty sure that's not a thing. Or even if it is, who cares? Go take care of it yourself. But you know, he had a huge you-know-what and everything. Which, by the way, I don't believe. I said this in the last stream. Draco Malfoy gives small dick energy. Draco Malfoy has the smallest dick energy I've ever seen. I would never believe that this man has a giant penis. There are guys who try that and it's not real. I'm not gonna say I hate men, but I hate those men. I hate those men specifically. The sun just came out. We had like a huge thunderstorm half an hour ago. The sun's now blazing. Okay. It's suddenly daytime again. I'm okay. I don't think I'm too overexposed. Okay. So I keep getting derailed, and I think it's just because I don't want to deal with what's happening on the page right now. But he had a huge you-know-what and everything, right? You know, huge, like, you know, like that huge. By the way, no shame to people with the smaller things. I have heard that it's not about how big it is, it's how you use it. Anyway. Anyway. So now Ebony is going to air her grievances. It's so unfair, I yelled. Why can't I just be... Wait, that took me out. Wait. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls in preps here, except for Bloody Mary, because she's not ugly or anything. What a wild sentence. What an absolutely out-of-pocket sentence. That's too much. I drink. I can't, first of all, rude. First of all, I'm personally offended on behalf of ugly and plain girls. Well, that does it bottoms up, truly. First of all, I'm offended on behalf of ugly and plain girls. I like how she does take the time to be like, but not Bloody Mary, who, for the uninitiated, Bloody Mary is Hermione's cool gothic nickname. For some reason, but I love that she was like going on a tirade about not being like other girls and just being way too hot, and all the men want to fuck her, and oh my god, it's such a hardship, which, I mean, to be fair, it probably is. But like, she's a Mary Sue, so I can make fun of her. In real life, it's probably a hardship. I wouldn't know. but I'm sure it is. If you're like Megan Fox hot, I'm sure that is, I mean, I'm sure it's great, but I'm sure it's also a problem. But I love that she's like, just like talking shit and then took the time to be like, except for my bestie, Bloody Mary, she's not ugly. I'm prettier than everyone else except for her. Oh man, that was unhinged. That was fucking wild. Also, the pick-me energy and the not like other girls energy and just like all the bad energy is just so real. It's so real with Ebony. Okay, and then Draco says, why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts. And now we're slut shaming them. They're ugly and they're sluts. They're so rude. They're so mean. Like, we're supposed to root for, these are our main characters. This is our main couple, our main protagonists, our love interests, and we're supposed to like these guys who are like calling every other girl in the school a ugly slut. You can't call each other sluts and whores. It just gives guys an excuse to call you sluts and whores. Jeez. Draco, I guess, is trying to be a supportive boyfriend, but like, can we not put down all other women in order to lift up one? Maybe? I don't know. Can we maybe not do that? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like, Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. That happened, by the way. Hagrid says he's in love with me, Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. And then we have an author's note. This is Tara trying to do damage control, I think is what this is. Author's note, don't worry, Anobi isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I hate to break it to you, Tara. I hate to break it to you. Or anybody else who might have this viewpoint. But just because a lot of people tell you that you're pretty doesn't mean that you have to like internalize that and then use it to insult other people. If someone tells you you're pretty, if a lot of people tell you that you're pretty, you can just like be chill about it. I wouldn't know people. But Ebony's literally the worst kind of person. She sucks so hard. But she's not a snob or anything, just a lot of people have told her that she's pretty. I'm good at And Tara tries to say that Ebony isn't a Mary Sue. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse. I shouted and then ran away. I'm good at too many things. Oh my god. Honestly, problems that we all wish we had, am I right? Like, I wish that my only problems in life were that I'm too good at too many things and that I'm too pretty and everyone's in love with me. But it's a curse, apparently. It sure is giving not like other girls energy. It sure is giving manic pixie dream girl energy, to be certain. But it's fine, we're on to chapter 15. Actually, you know what? Did I drink for that? I need to drink for that. A lot, actually. My mojito actually tastes like rum this week. It didn't last week. I think I preferred it when it didn't. But I need the extra alcohol content. Alright, so, chapter 15. AN, author's note. Stop flaming, okay? BTW, you suck. From now on, every time someone flames me, I'm gonna... I really hope she was joking about that, because holy shit. It's so much fun to make fun of this fanfic until Tara just like puts in some like little nugget of super fucked up. She's like Salt Bae, just like super fucked up information just sprinkled in. Super fucked up things that just appear out of the ether, and you're like, whoa, I thought I was having a good time, but apparently not. Also, very manipulative tactic, by the way, to tell readers on fanfiction.net that you're going to harm yourself if they leave you bad reviews. People are allowed to leave you negative criticism. I mean, like, it should be constructive, at least. It shouldn't just be like, this is bad, go kill yourself. But, like, people are allowed to dislike what you do, and they're allowed to give you critique, or they shouldn't give insults, but, like, they're allowed to do that, technically. So to just say, especially because I think she considers flaming to be, like, anything that isn't just overtly positive, I'm sure that if people do give her, like, actual constructive criticism, she just calls it flaming, in the way that a lot of people who write bad media do. So that's troubling. But anyway, thanks to Raven for helping. Okay. Ebony! Ebony! Shouted Draco sadly. No, please, come back! But I was too mad about how great I am and how pretty I am and how everyone loves me. Whatever, now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room. They were already in her room, but sure, she stormed into her room and closed my black door with my blood red key. Because even the door and the key have to be on brand for Ebony. That's such a funny little detail. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. The key? No, the door. The door must have been what had a Marilyn Manson picture on it. Sure. Okay. Picture of Marilyn Manson on the door. Sure. Not sure I'd want to have a picture of Marilyn Manson on my door, to be honest. He's not bad looking, but his look is pretty wild. I'm not sure I'd want that watching me while I sleep, you know what I mean? He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I have to keep reminding myself that this story was written, like, 15 years ago, because, like, I'm thinking of Marilyn Manson as, like, he's got to be, like, in his 50s or something by now, right? Like, he's fairly old. Like, he's in the later, he's at least middle-aged. So, this feels weird, but she's talking about, I guess, like, 2008 Marilyn Manson or something. I don't know if that was better. But he looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. Okay. Okay. Keeping in mind that Tara has only watched the movies, so I'm assuming that Draco and Harry, aka Vampire, look like their movie counterparts. Like, they look like Daniel Radcliffe and Tom Felton, which I don't think either of them look anything like Marilyn Manson, but sure. Maybe, I think just any sexy man, any man that Ebony considers sexy, I think she just thinks they all look the same, even if they look drastically different. She's like, they're all sexy, therefore they're all the same. Which is kind of a wild way to think, but whatever. She started to cry and weep. Took a razor and did the self-hurties, as she's wont to do. This is like the 5th time. This is like the 5th or 6th time in this fanfic. Why is self-harm like a central, it's not even like a theme or a plot point or anything, it's just like a motif. It's just something that kind of appears without any kind of like plot relevance. It's just there. And why? You did this for what? And then she drank the blood all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch. Is that a sponsor? What? Why is it? Oh, GC Good Charlotte, right. It's not a brand. It's, she's talking about it's a Good Charlotte branded watch, I guess. So that's why she's pointing it out. I'm trying to imagine what that would look like, but I really can't. Noticed it was time to go to biology class. Sure. I guess they probably teach biology at Hogwarts. I don't think it's one of the classes that's really focused on it all, but they probably have a basic curriculum in addition to all the magic stuff. I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was all ripped, and a spiky belt. Under that I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them in blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Out. Like, just loose, or like, out? Like, what are you doing to it? How do you put your hair out? It's not for me to ask, it's simply not. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. She doesn't act sad and depressed a lot of the time, but she does say that she's sad and depressed a lot. It's a lot of telling and a lot of not showing. Unless you count the weird misuse of self-harm. I did some advanced biology work. As if Ebony could be in any kind of advanced class. Are you kidding me? She's an idiot. She doesn't know anything. You can't convince me that this girl has ever passed a class in her entire life. Which, like, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing. People have different types of intelligence and all that. But like, Ebony's just dumb. My rational egalitarian views of like education and intelligence do not apply to Ebony. She's just dumb. Wait a minute. Did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. She meant transfiguration. She didn't mean biology class. She meant transfiguration, is what we are now finding out. How do you turn a bloody pentagram into a black guitar? Because a pentagram, that's just like a symbol. Like, is it literally made out of blood? Is it a drawing? Is it made out of resin? Like, what is that? How are you turning it into a physical object? It's fine. Suddenly the guitar turned into Draco. Also not how transfiguration works. Also not a thing that you can do. None of this makes any sense. The math is not mathing for this at all. She's in biology class, but she's doing transfiguration. Suddenly the guitar turned into Draco. Nothing's making... This is like what the world must be like if you're on acid, I imagine. Just like completely bonkers, psychedelic, you're on a trip. Anobi, I love you, he shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. This is just turning into like an angry man podcast voice. Where was I? All the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fell in love with... I fucking love you. Then he started to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it. Right in front of the entire class. Draco's really just, he really just be laying it all out in front of entire classes. He has no shame, I guess. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. A.N., don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out of here. Okay, so Gerard Way. Joel is the guy from Good Charlotte. I don't really know that, but she mentioned it earlier in the fanfic. Chester, that's the lead singer of Linkin Park, R.I.P. by the way. The man, the myth, the legend. I love Chester from Linkin Park. I love Linkin Park. No idea who Pierre is. I'm sorry. I guess I have to leave. I don't know who this man is. I'm sorry to this man, but I don't know who Pierre is. Pierre Trudeau? The father of Justin Trudeau? I have no idea. But I gotta leave, I guess. I gotta leave the stream. Maybe in her mind, blood is in living things, therefore it's biology. Maybe. I don't... The inner machinations of Tara's mind are truly an enigma. It's truly just unfathomable, the inner machinations of her mind. Alright, so Draco's singing a little song, singing a little ditty. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Imagine you serenade a girl in front of, like, her entire class and she just goes, OMFG. Jeez. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I stuck up my middle fingers. She's just whole ass, like, that we're covered in black nail polish and we're entwined with Draco's now. Wait. That's kind of awkward. Kind of awkward to hold hands but also flip off the entire class. Whatever, sure. I love you, I said, and then we started to kiss just like Hilary Duff. I hate that fucking... I fucking hate that bitch. And Chad Michael Murray in A Cinderella Story. What a strange reference for Ebony to make, for Tara to make, considering she apparently hates Hilary Duff, and you'd think that A Cinderella Story, one of my personal favorite movies, by the way. I love that movie so much. I've seen it so many times. I wouldn't think that Tara would be into it, because, you know, it seems kind of like a prep movie, because it stars Hilary Duff, and, I mean, Chad Michael Murray is, I mean, he do kind of be a Chad, though. That's just an interesting reference. I guess it was, like, that was a big movie in the 2000s, so I guess maybe it was just kind of part of the cultural zeitgeist, maybe. But interesting. Sometimes we get these peaks just like through the references that Ebony makes, that Tara makes, like, because she references a lot of like alt rock and metal music and that kind of thing, but she also sometimes she just makes these little references that I'm like, but are you sure you're not secretly a prep though? Or maybe, just maybe, categories aren't binary and you can both like Good Charlotte and A Cinderella Story at the same time. What a concept. But anyway, they started kissing like Hilary Duff, I fucking hate that bitch, and Chad Michael Murray in A Cinderella Story. By the way, insane sentence. Absolutely bonkers sentence right here. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. And then everyone clapped. It's truly a Reddit story. Also, wasn't Lupin, like, sent to Azkaban for being a child predator? Like, two chapters ago? Is he back already? They just let the child predator back into the school with children? Yeah, no, we can't unpack that. We don't have time to unpack that. But they stopped because everyone was clapping. And then I saw a poster saying that MCR would be having a concert at Hogsmeade. Right then, right that second, MCR is in Hogsmeade having the concert. Because apparently all the bands that Tara likes are, I guess they're all wizards first and foremost. And they all perform in Hogsmeade, because there was also a Good Charlotte and Simple Plan concert in Hogsmeade in like chapter 2. But yeah, MCR is coming to Hogsmeade. They're on the tour. Canada isn't on the tour, but Hogsmeade is. as it is, as you do. We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together. I love the way that Tara ends chapters. It's truly just a masterclass in just like ending it. it wouldn't be any more abrupt if she ended her chapters in the middle of a sentence. Because she just ends them so abruptly. Like, things are happening, and then we all went away. Chapter end. It's so strange. It's such a strange, like, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to think. It's like such a strange hallmark of her writing. It just, every chapter just kind of ends in a very weird fashion. In a very distinct fashion, even. But anyway, we're on to chapter 16. Author's note. You know what? Sut up, okay? Prove to me your nut preps. Raven, you suck. Oh, this is where the feud between Tara and Raven starts. Apparently they had a falling out in the middle of the fanfic, because Raven was the editor for a while. But this is where the feud starts. We're getting deep into the lore now, baby. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking sweeteat. You're supposed to writ dis. What a just incomprehensible sentence. What an absolute word salad of a sentence. Raven, what the fuck? You're a bitch. You're supposed to do dis. BTW thanks to Brittany 5655 for teaching me Japanese. Oh no. Japanese. Oh no. Oh no, there's gonna be Japanese. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where Good Charlotte had played. We ran in happily. Happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Question. Not a question mark. Exclamation mark. Oh god, oh man. Oh god, oh man, indeed. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Why? Why did you have to put da instead of the in this completely normal sentence? I just want to talk. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting excited, but it didn't matter because I knew no, I'm guessing she meant now, knew that we were the only true ones for each other. Oh, of course, we have to describe the outfits. They left directly from class. She should be wearing the same outfit she was wearing in class, but I guess she changed. I guess she had a quick change ready to go. So she was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platform, I'm guessing, boots with red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Okay. Anyway, we stated moshing to Helena. I'm gonna drink for we stated moshing to Helena. Because I just need to consume more alcohol for this. That's really the only reason. We Frenched. Again with the short sentences that aren't being used to effect. Why? If you're gonna use short sentences, they should be used to achieve a certain effect in a story or in whatever you're writing, even if it's an essay. If you're using short, punchy sentences, they should be used to like amp up tension or show anxiety or show a sense of urgency. But this is just stupid. It's just stupid. It's just dumb. Hopefully that didn't deep fry the audio. We Frenched. We ran a, they were, I know she means like French kissing, but what if they were just speaking French to each other? Oh, comment s'appelles-tu? Comment ça va? Ça va not fucking okay. Ça va not bien. Je ne pas bien. That was not a sentence. I forgot a verb, but whatever. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Okay. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the death dealers. Voldemort and the death dealers. Has anybody made a like Harry Potter new metal band with the name Voldemort and the death dealers? Because I might have to if nobody has. That goes way harder than it has any right to. Oh my god. That would be a really niche reference for a band name too. Jeez. Wait, what? Okay, so it's Voldemort and the Death Eaters. But then Ebony says, "What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you," I shouted angrily, despite the fact that she's literally at a concert with him right now. Not after what happened to me last time, ? That's not a question. Even if it's MCR and you know how much I like them. We're having this thing again where like people are just saying non sequiturs to each other and it makes no sense because there's no context and the entire fic is broken. Imagine that she's been carrying an emergency kit with a spare outfit around with her that has a second outfit in it just in case a spontaneous MCR concert happens around her for like 5 years and now it finally pays off. I accept that headcanon. She's always carrying around a backpack and everyone's like, you don't even have any school books. Why are you carrying that around? You sit in class and just like stare off into space. You don't have a thought inside your head. What are you carrying in that backpack? And the entire time it was just a concert outfit in case there was ever an impromptu concert. I like it. It's stupid and I like it. Okay, so that I'm still so confused over what just happened. Because suddenly, I guess maybe Ebony's putting on an act, trying to make it seem like she doesn't want to be with Draco in front of Voldemort, since Voldemort told her to kill Draco. So maybe just because Voldemort's there, but she was literally just having fun with Draco in front of him 2 seconds ago. So I don't think Voldemort's gonna buy it unless he's the stupidest man to ever exist. Unless he's a whole idiot. I don't think he's gonna buy that she's suddenly mad at Draco and doesn't want to go to a concert with him when she was just having a good time at the concert with him 2 seconds before Voldemort revealed that it wasn't MCR and it was actually him. It's like when students hand in a paper that was like obviously written by ChatGPT and you're like, I know that you don't have the skills to be able to figure out to be able to look at this and figure out it was written by AI. But I can, because it's my job, and I know the difference between a sentence that's written by a person and one that's not. It's like this, where she just assumes that everyone's as stupid as she is. And they're not, or they shouldn't be. They are in this fanfic because it was written by Tara, but like in real life, everyone is not as stupid as you think they are, or as stupid as you are. Anyway, this is so dumb. Okay, so she's mad. She probably just got her period in the middle of the concert or something. You know how women are. What? Because he gadgeted uncomfortably because guys don't like to talk about you-know-what. Is Tara trying to say that guys don't like to talk about sex? Is she trying to tell me that horny 17-year-old boys don't like to talk about sex? Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining, Ebony. Like, as if. Anyway, as if Draco doesn't like to talk about sex. Anyway, yeah, 'cause I yielded in an angry voice. She yielded. Like it's a duel. She yielded. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort. What do you mean you're going with... You're already at the concert. What is happening? I'm gonna cry. Did Tara do another oopsie daisy where she accidentally put a scene that was supposed to be before the concert in the middle of the concert? Because the math is not mathing. The math is not mathing. the words are not wording. Nothing's making sense. I'm gonna drink. You're already at the concert. How are you gonna get an escort to the concert if you're already at the concert? As a former 15-year-old boy, I beg to differ, right? As a not former 15-year-old boy, I also beg to differ. Oh, jeez. Okay, so this time they're going with an escort. Even though they're already at the concert is already going on, they were already moshing and Frenching. The continuity is fucked. The continuity is in shambles. Okay, so then, in response to this, in response to going with an escort, Ebony says, OMFG, WTF, are you giving into the mainstream, I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now? There are simply no words. No! No! He muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Anobi! Anobi! I'm not! Please come with me! He fell down to his knees and started singing "The World is Black" by GC to me. I don't know any of these songs that she's referencing. I was flattened. I was flattened. Because that's not even a single. He had to memorize the lyrics just for me. What, Draco can't listen to B-side tracks in his spare time? This is back in the day when, back in the day, I hate that. This is back in the day when you had to, like, buy physical CDs. So, at least in my experience, you would usually listen to the entire CD. I remember back in, like, when I was 12, in, like, 2008, I had, like, a little Walkman, and a like, little binder full of CDs, and I would listen the fuck out of all of them. Playing with Fire by Hilary Duff. I'm not sure if that was the name of the CD, but that was the lead title track. Playing with Fire was the lead title track on that CD, and boy did I play that CD to death. But, like, my point is that this was back in the day when you couldn't, you know, just pull up Spotify and play, like, the title track of a song or add the title track of a song to your playlist. Generally speaking, if you were listening to music, you were listening to the full album or the full CD, especially if you were, like, in a car or listening on a Walkman. Maybe it would be different, I guess, if you were listening on, like, an iPod, but my point is, he didn't do it just for you. He probably listened to it just because he liked it. Okay, then, I guess I will have to. Have to what? I said, and then we Frenched for a while, and I went up to my room. The concert literally just disappeared. They're suddenly in Hogwarts again, and she goes up to her room. 2 seconds ago, they were in Hogsmeade. moshing at an MCR concert that was actually Voldemort. I don't know why anybody takes illegal drugs when they could just read this fanfic, and I think it has the exact same effect on your psyche. I think you would have the exact same experience taking LSD as you do reading this fanfic. I don't know because I've never taken LSD, but like I have an inkling that the experiences are comparable. Okay, so they Frenched for a while, and then she went up to her room. I can't try to make sense of this madness because there just is no making sense of it, and I need to accept that, but I can't. I have to write a dissertation in the next couple years. I need to start writing a dissertation imminently, and I'm just thinking about like how this is like a story where the chapters are like under 1,000 words. Most of them are under 500 words. And somehow she still can't just keep continuity and just keep things from getting extremely fucked up. If I can write a 250-page dissertation on amateur detectives in Gothic literature, then why can't Ebony write a single chapter where they're just at a concert and they don't just like transition, not even transition, they don't just suddenly stop being at the concert without any explanation. It's so basic is the thing that really gets me, I think. It's just like the basics of storytelling. Don't fuck up the continuity, at least not accidentally. If, like, you know, stories can definitely play with continuity and play with like linear versus non-linear storytelling. But, like, don't do that by accident. That's not something you're supposed to do accidentally. That's supposed to be very intentional and very carefully planned and very carefully thought out. And it's not just something that happens out of nowhere. Anyway, she's in her room. Ebony's in her room. And Bloody Mary was standing there. She just broke into Ebony's room, I guess. Hajimimashite, girl? She said happily. I probably didn't pronounce that right, I'm so sorry. It's probably also not spelt right, who knows? Is that an actual word and or phrase? Who knows? She said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. It means, how do you do? It means, how do you do? Like literally, like old-timey, like how do you do? How do you do, girl? How do you do, bestie? What's going on? That's how I'm greeting my friends from now on. How do you do, girlfriends? Oh, that's... Okay, sure. How do you do in Japanese? Sure. BTW. Wait, I forget what voice I gave Bloody Mary. I think it was just kind of high-pitched. BTW, Willow, that fucking poser, got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. And Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. Wow, the feud, the absolute drama is really real. They really beefin'. That's so fun. I'm gonna drink for author's note, Raven, you fucking suck, fuck you. What a time to be alive. It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Keeping in mind that she was Ebony's best friend in the first or second chapter. And we have not seen her since the second chapter, I'm almost positive. I guess they really fell out in some scenes that we didn't get to see. Well, anyway, we were felon all depressed. What? That almost looks German. That is so incorrect that it almost looks German. It might be. Who knows? Who knows with Ebony? Who knows with Tara? We watched watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare for Xmas. That one hurt. Like Death Nightmare before Christmas, before Xmas. You know the one. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Just apropos of nothing. Maybe Willow will die too. Okay. Kawaii. Bloody Mare shook her head energetically, lethargically. Those are antonyms. She can't both shake her head energetically and lethargically. Those are antonyms. They can't both be true. They can't both be true. Also, kawaii, 2 eyes at the end, right? I think, in the romanization. I don't know, I'm no expert. I don't know Japanese. I watch dubbed anime. That's the confession that's gonna get me murdered. Do you remember what Flitwick said about the movement of the wand when he was teaching Wingardium Leviosa? Swish and flick? Is that what he said? I remember swish and flick. Swish and flick. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Seen that movie way too many times. Energetically and lethargically though, okay. Kawaii. Oh yeah. Oh wait. This is Bloody Mary. Oh yeah. Oh, have a confession after she got expelled. I murdered her. and then Lupin did it with her. 'Cause he's a necrophiliac. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. This is illegal. A long one. That was like 3 drinks. But that was deserved. So this is a consistent spell. I'm going to focus on this because I don't want to focus on anything else that happened in the sentence. This is a consistent misspelling. I think Tara literally just thinks that this is how you spell expelled. Maybe she was expelled. Okay. So not only is Willow expelled, she's also deceased. And also, desecrated. Ah yes, swish and flick, asked because in German it's... Oh, interesting. Huh. There's no way. That almost seems like too much of a coincidence. That almost seems like it could be a reference, but there's no way. I mean, first of all, there's no way that Tara knows the German words for swish and flick. Unless she is German. No, she's way too American. She's way too American coded to be German. Oh. Interesting. It's little details like that where I'm like, is this... I'm so on the fence of whether my immortal is a troll or if it's legit. And it's little things like that that make me go, maybe it is just a really clever troll. But then, like, everything else in the story makes me think that's not. So, Occam's razor, probably not a troll. Okay. So, Bloody Mary just told Ebony that Willow was expelled, murdered, and then bad things were done to her corpse. And then Ebony just, kawaii, I commented happily. Kawaii. That's so kawaii. In fact, that's just such a cute little fun thing that you did, Bloody Mary. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. They were using telepathy. It's like they have ESPN or something. It's like they have ESPN or something. Their boobs always know when it's raining, and also they can talk silently during the movie. Oh, hey! Why is it just capitals? Oh, hey, BTW. I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR. I said. I need to wear, like, the hottest outfit ever. Do you remember at the beginning of the chapter when they were at the concert in Hogsmeade? Do you remember that? I remember! It was only like 200 words ago, probably not even. Was this a flash forward? I mean, I guess if it was a flash forward, I could accept that, but there's no indication in the story that it was a flash forward. At the end of the last chapter, they were at the concert, or they were going to the concert, and then this starts with them at the concert. So you would assume that it's continuing in a linear fashion, and that between the chapters, they got from Hogwarts to Hogsmeade, and they are at the concert in the present time. So, like, it wouldn't make sense that this is a flash forward because they were already on the way to the concert at the end of the last chapter. And if it is a flash forward or something like that, then you need to indicate that in the narration. You need to have some kind of later that day or something like that. Otherwise, your audience has no idea what the fuck is going on. And that's not good. I mean, it's okay for your audience to not know what's going on in the plot. It's okay to, like, you know, bamboozle your audience. It's okay to have mystery. But, like, your audience needs to know what's going on a fundamental level. Jeez. I don't think it's a reference, because it's supposed to mean swish, but I don't think she's German, because even though a German speaker would spell English words very differently than you're supposed to, this isn't the German kind of wrong English. Yeah, I agree. This is like, I mean, this is literally just like American teenager who spends way too much time messaging on AIM, broken English. Like, MySpace, emo girl, AIM user in 2008, broken English. It's truly a language all its own. But yeah, the continuity of this, the, like, sequence of events in this fic, I need to, like, make one of those timeline videos, like, I saw someone recently do a, like, timeline of the night that Alison De Laurentiis went missing in Pretty Little Liars, which, by the way, absolutely wild. Girl did more in one night than I have done in the last year. But, like, I need to do, like, one of those, like, plotting out everything that happened in My Immortal, because, like, the timeline would be so fucked. The timeline would be absolutely unhinged, absolutely ridiculous. Where am I in this? Okay, here we go. Because, like, once again, the math is not mathing at all. It really isn't. Okay. So she needs to wear the hottest outfit ever, because she's going to the MCR concert with Draco that they were at earlier in the chapter, but I guess now it's later in the day. It's going to be later in the day because what is continuity? What is the sequence of events making sense? What is that? We've never heard of it. We don't love it. Fuck that. So Bloody Mary nodded energetically. Was Tara having a problem with her caps locks when she wrote this? Why? Why is it doing that? OMFG, totally, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. Is Tara a poser? Hot Topic doesn't have loyalty cards, do they? Maybe they do in other places. They definitely don't in Canada. They have like Hot Cash or whatever. But like, I've shopped at Hot Topic. They don't have a loyalty card. At least not in Canada. I think Tara's a poser. I don't think she's ever actually shopped at Hot Topic. But they're going to Hot Topic. She has a loyalty card. It's just, they made a special one just for Ebony because she's so special and so cool and so pretty. Hello, Felix. They just gave her a special loyalty card because she is the most special person to ever exist. Clearly. No. My head snapped up. No, they're not going to Hot Topic. Okay. What? My head spun. I could not believe it. That's such a dramatic reaction. My head spun. I couldn't believe it. It's like someone just told her that her dad killed her mom or something. Like, what a dramatic reaction. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, no, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked, sure it would be Draco or Diablo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. That name to me. Or me. Or me. She just told Bloody Mary about these stores, but she doesn't remember it. Diablo is Ron, by the way, who has not been in this story at all, but he did get a cool nickname. Because everybody does. She's just giving them out for free. Dumbledore, she said. Apparently Dumbledore told her about the cool gothic stores in Hogsmeade. She said, let me call our brooms. Like she's calling an Uber. OMFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. It's giving, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire, Harry? He asked calmly. That's the energy that this sentence is giving. Why is it in all caps if you're asking quietly? Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, specially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. Random, alt emo bands come to Hogsmeade so often that they have special punk goth stores just for the concerts. Sure, that's totally what Hogsmeade is for. The salesperson was, OMG, hotter than Gerard, except not, because that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Just the way this is written is so unhinged. The real goths. It's like she's making me speak with a speech impediment, which I don't really need. I already kind of stutter a lot. I don't need extra encumberment when I'm speaking. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. In this little Scottish town, specifically just for Hogwarts. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. I didn't even know they had a camera. We know. We have been new, in fact. OMFG, no, they're gonna spy on me again. Wrong form of your, by the way. Or wrong form of their, by the way. Gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out. Coming out of where? Coming out of the bottom? Coming out of the top? Where is the red tulle coming out of? It's just coming out. It is coming out of the closet, in fact. And a very low cut with a huge slit. Yeah, usually if you have like tulle in a, like under a skirt on a dress, it doesn't have a slit. Usually, I mean, I guess it could. But the math ain't mathin' with this. The math ain't mathing with this dress. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what, I am gonna give it to you free because you look really hot in that outfit. This man is gonna go out of business. Also, she's 17. Leave her alone. Get a job, stay away from her. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight, he asked. Oh, I remember now. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, BTW, my name's Ebony Darkness Dementia. My name's... Oh, wait. First of all, she did not... Ebondi. My name's Ebondi Darkness Dementia Tara Way. What's yours? Oh, the beef with Raven runs deep. Because if you will recall, her name originally was Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway. Man, the beef is really beefin'. They do be scrappin' in the background of this fanfic. I like how she even capitalized it for emphasis. That's funny. I'm drinking for that, but like I actually like it. Hold on, I'm gonna keep this on tap because Tom Ridd, he says, is his name. Tom Ridd. Gee, I wonder who that could be. Gee, I wonder whomst this man could be. He said and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. First of all, black dyed hair. Tom Riddle like had black hair, but besides the point. It's Tom Riddle. Obviously. And we're gonna drink for that. Oh, okay, someone call an ambulance because Raven got burned. For real, like, she's really going in on Raven during this. And poor Raven, I'm assuming that Raven was also writing fanfiction at the time, because that would make sense. But like, I don't know what it is. That has been lost to time, so we don't get Raven's perspective on this feud. We just get Tara absolutely slandering her in the fanfic, just absolutely going in on her. Poor girl. We don't even know what she did wrong. I don't think we ever find out. Maybe she does. I don't know. Or maybe we do. I don't know. But damn. Okay, so Tom Riddle is gonna be at the concert, and also he works at a punk goth store in Hogsmeade. I don't know if this is like... You know what? I'll question the logic of this once we actually get to... I'll question the logic of this in a bit, because I think the logic is questionable. Like, is this the Tom Riddle... Like, it seems like this is young Tom Riddle, so I'm like, is this the like, kind of Horcrux, like, I don't even know what to call it. I don't know, like, projection of young Tom Riddle, because I like the essence of young Tom Riddle that was captured in the diary when Voldemort made his Horcruxes. Like, is this basically just a hologram of Tom Riddle, or has Ebony somehow twisted the lore so much that she's like turned Voldemort and Tom Riddle into two separate physical, corporeal beings. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out. Maybe, we probably won't. We probably won't find out, actually. Okay, so see you tonight, Tom Ridd. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my BF, Draco, you sick perv. That's a really out-of-pocket response. You could have just said, actually, I'm going to be there with my boyfriend, but yeah, maybe we will see you there. Or you could say, oh yeah, maybe my boyfriend and I will see you there. Like, you can do that in much more subtle ways where you can still let him know that you're going to be there with your boyfriend without calling him a sick perv for absolutely no reason. But of course, Ebony just assumes that everyone is instantly in love with her because she's so beautiful and she does everything right and she's just the most perfect person to ever exist. So of course all the men everywhere always are instantly in love with her. I wish I had that confidence, to be honest. I wish I could harness that energy. So she, gonna be there with my BF Draco, you sick perv. I yelled angrily, but before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew in on his black broom looking worried. OMG, Ebondi, you need to get back into the castle now. And then the chapter just ends. Okay. Sure. Go off, I guess. Alright, and we're on to chapter 17. Weird. Okay. I can't try to make sense of this fanfic. I will legitimately drive myself insane trying to make sense of this. Chapter 17, author's note. I said, stop flamin' the strayo. If you're a prep, then don't read it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. Oh man. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fuck off. Off, even. P.S. Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise to give you back your poster. Oh. She talked so much shit about Raven in the last chapter. She said so much shit. She like called her names. She told her to fuck off. She renamed the main character to take Raven out of her name. She killed off Raven's self-insert and then also had bad things happen to her corpse. And now she's going crawling back to Raven. Like, Raven, please, I need you to proofread my story, because if not, it looks like this. And nothing makes sense. I need you, Raven. That's so funny. That's so funny. She went in so hard and then immediately tried to backtrack the next chapter. There was clearly a lot of regret there. Redemption arc, let's go. Redemption arc, let's go. There's no way Tara's going to redeem herself. There's no way. She's a monster. Alright. So, Tom Riddle. Oh, apparently now they just know that his name is Tom Riddle, even though he said his name was Tom Ridd. I am begging for just the tiniest glimpse of consistency. Just the littlest bit of consistency. I'm begging. I'm pleading. I'm on my knees. I'm not on my knees. You can see me, but I'm on my knees. Mentally, I'm on my knees, begging, screaming, crying, throwing up. But whatever. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Not sure that's relevant to him being into fashion, Ebony. A man can be into fashion without being bisexual or gay. The harmful stereotypes are coming in strong. Alright, no, we're gonna drink for that, actually. He's bisexual, he likes fashion because he's bisexual, we're drinking for that. Okay. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. Is there something stuck to my lip? Honestly can't tell. Honestly can't tell. It's fine. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid, I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fajucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. She just came. I'm just gonna put on some lip balm real quick and let that marinate for a second. It's got black lipstick all over my lip balm. It's fine. Probably should have thought about that before I did it, but it's fine. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. So I guess whatever Hagrid was trying to yell at them to come deal with, whatever it is that he was saying they need to get back to the castle now for, I guess it wasn't that important because he just left. I'm glad that cliffhanger was literally for nothing. I'm glad that even when Ebony attempts a cliffhanger, when Tara attempts a cliffhanger, when she attempts to inject any kind of tension into the story, it's just immediately negated within like 3 sentences of the next chapter. Love that. We hate narrative payoff, actually. We hate it when plots progress and actually mean something. Why would we want that when we could just meander between concerts and whatever we are doing here? I don't know what we're doing here. I'm sad. I'm sad. I need to go read something good. Alright. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey bitch, you look kawaii, Willow said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you. Oh, she learned how to spell kawaii with the double I's. Good job. Good job, Tara, you're learning. You're a slow learner, but you learn. Sometimes. Very rarely. But sometimes. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. But I thought Ebony was the most pretty person who everyone's in love with, though. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red mini skirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. Everything about that outfit description did not make sense. Everything did not make sense. Do they make leather fishnets? Is that it? I don't think you can make leather fishnets. I could be wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. Pretty sure fishnets are usually just made out of fabric. I don't know. But not leather. Anyway, I don't know. I also don't know how your boots would show off how pale you are, but like, sure. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. Please send bobs in vagine. Please don't. But with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. Yeah, we're really setting like We're really setting realistic beauty standards here. She has big boobs, but she's also thin enough to have an eating disorder. Which, I mean, you can be thin and have big boobs, but like usually if you do, they're not real boobs, because you know, if you're really skinny and you have like no body fat on you, boobs are literally just sacks of body fat. Anyway, problematic queen Tara back at it again. Our problematic fave. I'm so sorry, I just bumped the mic. Hopefully that didn't suck for you. But, okay. No, I'm gonna drink for that actually, and then we'll go on. It tastes like pain. Or maybe everything just tastes like pain right now. All right. So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm gong with Diablo. She answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diablo came. I'm begging. I'm begging for not only Tara, but for anyone who does this to not do that, where you just like say, like just one sentence that just, so and so came. Came where? They came to meet with us. They came to the Great Hall to meet us to go to Hogsmeade. Where the fuck are they going? Like, you can't just say they came. Mostly because that sentence also has like a very different connotation. But like it's not a full sentence. I mean, I guess. No, I don't think that is a full sentence. I don't think grammatically that is a full sentence. I think that's a fragment. Or at least if it is a full sentence, it feels like a fragment. It definitely does not convey an entire thought. Anyway. Moving on. Draco and Diablo. Diablo's Ron, by the way. This is like the first time he's actually been relevant to the story or even like shown up. Because he's going out with Willow. Okay, sure. Who's Bloody Mary, aka Hermione, gonna end up with then? We shall see. Well, anyway, they came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought they were ought to. Oh, like you could tell that they also thought they were hot. Gotcha. Diablo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from Dwarf Tower. Warped Tower. Okay. Bloody Mart. Is that like an off branch of Kmart? Like, Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Does she mean Dracula? Or is that just like a dumb play on Dracula and cola? I think she probably just means Dracula. And it hurts. It hurts. Dracola. Honestly, around Halloween time, Coca-Cola should just like release a drink called Dracola that's just like dyed red to look like blood. It's just like a vampire Coca-Cola. I'd be down for that. Someone go tell Coca-Cola they're missing a great Halloween branding opportunity with Dracola. Anyway, Dracola used to be called Neville, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. Which, if you'll recall, is the exact same backstory to explain why Bloody Mary, aka Hermione, is also a vampire. Her she was also kidnapped at birth and her parents were also vampires. She just gave Bloody Mary's love interest, I guess, because they're going to the concert together, the same backstory as she gave Bloody Mary. Be so fucking for real right now. Be so fucking for real right now. Oh, that's so lazy. That's so lazy. They're literally the same character. They're literally the same character. Because it goes on to say, he was kidnapped at birth and his real parents were vampires. They died in a car crash. I'm not sure if Bloody Mary's parents died in a car crash, but then Naval converted to Satanism and he went goth, which is exactly what Bloody Mary did as well. And they're both now in Slytherin instead of Gryffindor. He is wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula. She spelt it right now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz. Get it? Because we're gothic. Oh, instead of Mercedes, Mercy. Okay, sure. That his dad, Lucian, gave him. Lucius Malfoy? Just one name. Just one name. If we could get one name right. I'm on my knees. We did pot. Wait. We did pot, coke, and crack. That's so many drugs. Sorry, also my nose is running, so I'm just gonna casually try to stop that. They're doing pot, coke, and crack? That's so many drugs. That's so many drugs. Ouchie. That's gonna fuck you up so hard. Oh god, please don't let them be related. I hate that you said that because I wasn't even thinking that. I just thought it was Tara being really, really lazy and just like copy and pasting the backstory. But if that turns out to be it, and she would fucking do that. And if that if that's a plot twist, if we're getting a like Clary and Jace from the Mortal Instruments level incest plot twist, I'm gonna have to leave. I'm just gonna have to delete my Twitch channel. I'm gonna have to delete all presence of myself on the internet, and I'm just gonna have to go run into the forest and never be seen again. I can't deal with that. I am going to need to be on pot, coke, and crack in order to deal with that. Anyway, they're on all the drugs now. They're on so many drugs. I can't even imagine. They're on so many drugs. Draco and I made out. We made fun of Doe's stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. ... I gasped. Why did you gasp, Ebony? Why? I need to stop leaning into the mic. I'm gonna blow out someone's eardrums by accident. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. Why is the writing style suddenly like this? Is it because Raven's not editing? Is the only reason that in most of the chapters we get like actual sentences that function as sentences because Raven edits them? Is this the way that Tara actually writes when she's not edited by somebody else? It hurts. It hurts, and I hate it. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long, raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny. I see you, Tara. I see you Colleen Ballingering all over this. Having a real thing about people being skinny. A little sus. It's a little sussy to me. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice? Gerard Way? Isn't he like... I mean, I could be wrong. Isn't Gerard Way white? And just like American? What do you mean, also, what is an Problematic queen coming in again. We moshed to Helena and some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. We know who that is, Tara. Like, you don't need to try to leave us in suspense. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. I swear to God, every time she does it, it's on purpose. There's no way you're doing this by accident. There's no way you're doing this by accident. I don't care how bad of a writer you are, there's no way. Especially if you're a teenager, there's no way teenage Tara did this by accident. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the same as the start of chapter 16, which I guess was a flash forward, or Tara just put it there and then suddenly decided that she didn't want to go right to the concert, and then she forgot to delete it, so it's just there, and it makes no sense. Okay. Okay. You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. Same. Anobi, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed. Thou hast failed, perhaps? Not to rewrite Ebony's or Tara's terrible Old English, but I've read a lot of Shakespeare. And now, ... I shall kill thou and Draco. I'm not sure thou is the right word there. I don't know. I guess. No, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. You know, Voldemort, infamous for using a knife to kill people. And not, I don't know, the killing curse. The wizard Voldemort, he just uses a knife. He's very ineffectual at killing people, clearly. I mean, he did fail to kill Harry as a baby, so I guess that does kind of track, actually. He really just can't kill Harry to save his life. So maybe that's his problem. Maybe he just needs a longer range weapon instead of a knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black bread. He just had like a really long baguette of pumpernickel bread, I guess. Or charcoal bread. Do they make charcoal bread? I don't know. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. That's iconic. No, I'm not gonna lie, that's iconic. I want a wizard robe that just says Avril Lavigne on the back. He was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy." He shotted a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. Oh my god, who could have seen that coming? Absolutely shocked. Absolutely shocked, I say. Okay. I need to turn on my lamp because I'm in the void right now. Now I'm slightly less in the void. Yeah, okay. Okay. Chapter 18. Maybe this will be the last chapter. Okay, no, we'll finish chapter 19 since they're all together here, and then once we're done this page, we'll be done for the stream. Okay. Author's note. I said stip flamin'. Every single author's note at this point just starts with I said stop flamin'. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. Okay, so they've made up. Raven and Tara have made up. Good for them. I'm glad. I was really worried about their friendship. You rock, and you're not a prep. Thanks for Maswet suitor. P.S. The other Eason Dumbledore swore is 'cause he trying to be gothic, so dare. God, I love it. I love it when Ebony tries to like justify her decisions, her out of character decisions. It's truly a highlight. Okay, I woke up the next day in my coffin. I guess nothing interesting happened after Dumbledore came in his Avril Lavigne robe and saved the day. I guess we just skipped everything after that. Sure, I'm sure. What is what is fleshing out a story? Never heard of it. Who wants that? Just give me the story like it's Cliff's Notes of the plot. Okay, so I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and a black really low cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. This is definitely a me thing, but I don't like it when people call their like stomach their belly. There's something about that word that makes me uncomfy. I don't know why. It just does. The word belly makes me uncomfy. Tummy is okay. Stomach is okay. Something about belly just doesn't sit right with my soul. I don't know why. It makes me, I don't know, it makes me feel weird. I'm literally like curling up. It makes me feel weird. I don't know why. That's just a personal weird thing about me. Anyway, exposing her midriff, probably against the Hogwarts dress code, considering it's pretty like business casual, I guess. I don't know. It's all like dress pants and button-up shirts and sweater vests under the robes, that kind of thing. But anyway, dress codes are... Ebony's too cool for dress codes. She's too cool for it. She's wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside of it. Sure. Oh? The night before, Draco and I rent back to the skull. Get it skull because I'm gothic and I like death. So I guess skull instead of school. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. What about Draco's car? Because they took Draco's car. Did they just leave it in Hogsmeade? Sure. Mine was black and the broom stuff. The bristles? I guess. I mean, on a regular broom, they would be called bristles, I guess. And the broom stuff was blood red, of course. Everything needs to be black and blood red. Everything needs to be on brand. There was lace all over it. Lace on the broom? Okay, sure. And Draco had a black MCR branded broom. Sure. We went back to our rooms and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song. What Linkin Park song are you fucking to? Wrong answers only. I literally, to be fair, I guess I haven't listened to like all of Linkin Park songs. I've really only listened to like their title tracks. But I can't think of a single one that is like something you would have sex to. Honestly, same, the first time my English teacher told us that you can also say belly instead of stomach, I got so uncomfortable. I don't like it. There's something about it, right? Like, there's something weird about it. I don't know if it's like the fact that it's like very like little kid language, like, you know, like little kids will say like their belly. I don't know. There's something about it that's weird. There's something about it like skeeves me out. What Linkin Park song would you fuck to? I've become so numb. Oh my god. I love that. Okay. So they're just fucking to some Linkin Park. As you do. As you do. Well, anyway. I love how, like, because Tara will begin so many paragraphs with, like, just anyway, she provides natural transitions for my tangents. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you could see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant. And there were pastors of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. Are the Backstreet Boys posers? The Backstreet Boys aren't trying to be edgy in any respect, are they? I could kind of see Ashley Simpson, because she did kind of like have like a punk rock thing going, didn't she? I don't know. I don't remember any of Ashley Simpson's music or anything. I was very young when Ashley Simpson was relevant. But, weird, interesting choice. Maybe what I've done when the post-nut clarity sets in. Wait, no, that's so funny. You just finish and then you're like, Siri, play what I've done. You look at Ebony laying next to you and you're like, fuck. What have I done? Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't know. Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys as examples of poser bands feels weird to me, but whatever. Whatever. WTF, I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black... Oh my god. I'm really getting tired of the outfit descriptions, let me tell you. They're all just the same. It's just some kind of leather mini something. Some kind of fishnets. Usually there's lace involved. There's some kind of boot involved. And that's pretty much every outfit. Sometimes there's some corset stuff. Sometimes there's a band tee. That's just every outfit. Every outfit in the story is some variation of that. For example, Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a Good Charlotte t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs. And black boots and fishnets. How is it a long gothic black dress if it's only coming to your thighs? Make it make sense. Is she 17 feet tall? Unless she is an Amazon woman, a long gothic dress should not be coming to her thighs. That's not how anything works. Okay, Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. I still don't understand why every other character, especially all the guys, get nicknames in this story, but Draco doesn't. Like, you know, Harry gets Vampire, Neville gets Dracula, Ron gets Diablo. They're all almost all D names, by the way. But then Draco's just Draco, I guess, because that's a cool enough name for Tara, or maybe just because he's her love interest, so she doesn't want to change his name. But it's just a weird choice. It's either give them all nicknames or give them none of them nicknames. Don't just give almost everybody except for Draco a nickname. That's lame. That's stupid. It makes me angry. Alright, so they all came. It was a bit of a bukkake situation, if you will. Can I say that on stream? They all came. We started talking about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way, or Billy Joe Armstrong. I don't know. I know what Gerard Way looks like. I don't know any of the other guys that are being mentioned here. The boys joined because they were all bi. Because aren't gay guys just so sexy? Tara says. But notably, I don't think any of the girls are bi. So that's interesting. That's an interesting choice. It's only hot when the men do it because then you can fetishize it, I guess. I'm gonna drink for that. Alright, Those guys are so fucking hot. Navel was saying, as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came up to the table, came into the room. Don't just end the sentence at the word came. I'm begging. I'm just gonna start filling in the rest of the sentence because I can't handle this. I'm just gonna start filling in the prose because apparently Tara couldn't be bothered. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. Yeah, I fucking gathered that. I don't know why she, like, dances around the point. I think she thinks that it's trying to build tension or something, but, like, obviously we know who that is. He's described exactly the same way that Dumbledore was described in the last chapter. It's not exactly a mystery. It's not exactly Agatha Christie, come again. So he had normal tanned skin, but he was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black. Oh, so he's not a goth? He's not a goth because he doesn't have naturally pale skin? I feel like there's something, if not racist, at least colorist about that. I don't like that. I don't like the implications of that. Problematic queen, Tara. You owe the internet an apology. Alright, Dumbledore, we all gasped. WTF, I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Everyone in Gryffindor is a poser, I guess. Started to cheer. Well, we goths just looked at each other, all disgusted, and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was! Exclamation point, the number one, period. Exclamation point, the number one, period. Ugh. BTW, you can call me Albert. That's not his fucking name. It's not his fucking name. I'm losing it. I'm losing it right now. He called as we left to our classes. You can call me Albert. That's not my name, but you can just call me Albert. Fun fact, I almost named Felix, my puppy. I almost named him Albus, after Albus Dumbledore. Mostly because he has like a white patch right on his chin, so it kind of looks like he has a little old man beard. Which really reminded me of like Albus Dumbledore. I guess I could have also named him Gandalf, but instead I named him Felix, so that's just an anecdote. Anyway, they're going to class. What a fucking poser! Draco shouted angrily as we went to transformation, which I guess is different from the biology class where she was doing transfiguration, and also different from transfiguration. Transformation class. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. Even though they apparently broke up like a while ago. I could see him crying blood. Yeah, crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way, like Gerard. Way is also just a word, Ebony. It's also just a word. But I didn't say anything. It's okay, he just used his Mangekyo Sharingan too much, so his eyes are just bleeding a little bit. He'll get over it. He just needs to build his chakra back up. I'm rolling with the Uchiha, the secret Uchiha, everyone is a secret Uchiha headcanon. I don't know how I'm gonna get through without it, so I need it. It's my emotional support, everyone is a secret Uchiha headcanon. My emotional support headcanon. Oh, and apparently, and then Willow says, I bet he's having a midlife crisis. Dumbledore, who's like 150 or 120, he's over 100 years, he's well over 100 years old in the Harry Potter canon. He's somewhere between 120 and 150, I can't really remember. But he's fucking old. He's so old. But he's having a midlife crisis, as you do at the ripe old age of 126 or whatever he is. He's having a 1.25 life crisis. I was so fucking angry. How dare he be a poser? Honestly, personally offended. His name Felix also a reference? Not really. No, not really. I just kind of like, cause in Latin, Felix means like happy or lucky, so I just kind of liked that for him, and I thought it was a nice name. So yeah, no, that one's not really a reference to anything. After I named him Felix, I had a lot of people, mostly like my parents, being like, oh, like Felix the cat. I have no idea who Felix the cat is. I'm so sorry. But apparently there's a cat named Felix that a lot of boomers think I named my dog after. But no, I just liked the meaning of the name Felix, that it meant like happy. 'Cause he's a happy little boy. Yes, he is. Yes, he's a happy little boy. He's looking up at me like, mother, I wish to snuggle. Why are you sitting there? He's always personally angry when I'm not like sitting in my bed after like 7 p.m. He's always like, it's time for bed. I would like to go. I would like to be snuggled in bed, mother. Anyway. Oh, chapter 19. And chapter titles have reappeared. I think the last chapter that had a title was chapter 7? Maybe chapter 7? I can't quite recall, but it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we had a chapter title. But chapter 19 is titled, I'm Not Okay, I Promise. Which I'm pretty sure is either a song title or a lyric to some emo band song. I don't know which one. But I've definitely seen people quote that on like Facebook back in like 2011. Anyway, Anne, please step flame into story. If you do, you're fucking prep and you're jealous, okay? Exclamation point 11. From Nook Un, I'm gong to delt your men revoirs. Exclamation point 1111. She's gonna delete, she's gonna delt all the reviews by men, I think is what that's what I'm gonna take that to mean. BTW, Evonid, a poor blood, so dare. Is she trying to say that Ebony's a pureblood? Because that's not right. Because she told us at the beginning of the story that Ebony's parents were a vampire and a vampire witch hybrid, which means she's not pureblood. She's, I don't know, half-blood? I don't remember what they call, I don't know what they call, the only thing I remember being said about that kind of thing in the movies is like Seamus Finnegan being like, my mom's a witch, me dad's a muggle, bit of a shock to him when he found out, or something like that. But I don't know, half-blood maybe we could call her, but she's not a pureblood, because one of her parents is just a vampire and the other is a vampire witch. So that's incorrect on the face of it. By definition, that's incorrect. It's fine. Thanks to Raven for the help. There's so many. Why are there so many ones? All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to: the MCR concert. It's just the MCR concert that keeps giving. It just, the hits start coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. Or no, it's the years. The meme is the hits start coming and they don't stop coming. But the years start coming and they don't stop coming. But it's the MCR concert. The MCR starts coming and it doesn't stop coming. It doesn't stop coming and it doesn't stop coming. Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on, go hey. Or go play. Okay, apparently the MCR concert that they have already been at twice has been postponed. I guess because it was Voldemort and the Death Dealers instead of actually being MCR. But like how many times? How many times do we have to be at this stupid MCR concert? Why? It had been postponed so we could all go. Great. I was so invested in whether they were going to miss the MCR concert or not. I would have been devastated personally. Anyway, I went to the common room sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. If I had a time machine, I would go back to whenever Ebony was writing, or whenever Tara was writing the story, and I would just scream, show, don't tell in her face until I lost my voice. Because have we seen Draco being secretive even one time? I guess he sort of faked his own death or something. We got no explanation as to how he apparently committed suicide, but then showed up being tortured in Voldemort's lair. We got no explanation for that at all. But we have not seen him be secretive once. We've seen him walk stark naked into a classroom, which is the opposite of being secretive, I think. That's kind of laying it all out there, but apparently he's being all secretive now. But we couldn't see that, we just had to be shown it, or we just had to be told it, we couldn't see it. For reasons, I guess. I asked what it was, and he got all mad at me and started crying, all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? It hurts. I'm drinking for aren't sensitive bi guys so hot. No one fucking understands me. In child anime voice. No one fucking understands me. He shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Borkin Dreams. That's a lie. Draco doesn't have blue eyes. We know he has red eyes because he has the Sharingan, because he's a secret Uchiha. Don't ruin this for me, Ebony. To be fair, I guess you can deactivate the Sharingan, so maybe he just deactivated it for a little bit. He had to restore his chakra. He's using it too much. He's crying too much blood. I'm losing my mind. Oh, Billy Joe Armstrong is the Green Day guy. Gotcha. Okay. She's been mentioning Billy Joe Armstrong in this entire fic, and I recognize the name, but I didn't remember who he was. He was wearing baggy black pants, black MCR t-shirt, and a black dye. Get it instead of tie because I'm gothic. I hate her. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it. Proofread just once. I'm begging. A black over it. There should be a comma there. A black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a cross-belly fring. Or fing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun. Like Amy Lee in Going Under. Or Gong Under. Email me if you want to see the pic. Why is Tara telling random people on fanfiction.net to email her? I'm pretty sure they had a DM function on fanfiction.net. Or just like... Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had a DM function. Maybe you couldn't send photos, I don't know. I don't know. Or some kind of submission function for sure. Because I remember I once wrote a fanfic where I got people to send in OCs to be in the fanfic. Original characters to be in the fanfic. Which must have been through some kind of submission or DM system. Anyway. We don't talk about that. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. Wait, what? No one she means excuse me because he said no one understands me. Okay, gotcha. What about me? I growled. I mean, does she really understand him? They barely talk. They mostly just French and bone. Have they ever had a meaningful conversation about anything? Does she even know what his favorite color is? He's goth. It's black. His favorite color is black. Does she even know if he had a childhood pet? I don't know. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. Why? Why moaning? Don't do that. You're not moaning, Myrtle. Don't do that. No, wait, it's not what it looks like, he shouted. What do you mean? What do you mean it's not what it looks like? What does it look like? The dialogue in this really just truly takes me out. It's like I've said a couple times. It's like they're just shouting non sequiturs at each other and none of it connects. Like, it's not an actual conversation because, like, people just keep saying shit apropos of nothing and it doesn't connect to the conversation at all. There's some kind of logical leaps going on in Tara's head. I don't know. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. Oh, just... Are you talking about the fact that he said no one understands me? Is that what she's so mad about? He's probably just upset. Sometimes people say stuff like that when they're upset. It doesn't mean that they think that you don't care about them or that they don't think that you... or that they think that you don't understand them. It's just that sometimes people feel that way, even if it isn't the case. Like... sometimes it can just feel like nobody understands you, even if someone does understand you. If anything, it just means that Ebony should be trying harder to make him feel like she understands him. It's a you problem. It's a communication problem. It's a him not knowing that you understand and value him problem, I assume. They're teenagers, they're children, they don't have emotional maturity. They're children, they don't understand. They're children. I'm 10 years older than them. I can't expect them to have the emotional maturity that I have. But it still hurts my soul a little bit. She's just watching over a few hippogriffs in her spare time. Yeah, I can see that. Alright. So it's not what it looks like. I don't know what it looks like, but sure, go off, I guess. But it was too late. I knew what I had heard, which really wasn't a big deal, but I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl. She's gonna make it a big deal, which is fair. Everything's the end of the world when you're 17. I ran to the bathroom crying, I ran to the bathroom angrily, crying, or cringe. It's cringe. Draco banged on the door. Okay, that's a little aggressive. I whipped and wept. Sure. The phonetic spelling of words like wept is just really getting me. As my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my feces. Oh no. That's a bad spelling error. Like Benji in the video for Girls and Boys. Raven, that is so our video. She's really kissing Raven's ass now. She's really like, bestie, it's our video. Don't hate me anymore, please. I know I called you a bitch like 3 chapters ago, but bestie. Okay. Okay, why is the fanfic suddenly yelling at me? Why is the fanfic suddenly screaming off the page? I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. I mean, she could be doing something more destructive. I can get behind this. Just, you can't be sad if you're high. I don't even think that's true, but you know, whatever. Suddenly Hagrid came in. He had apparated. You can't apparate inside of Hogwarts. You can't apparate inside of Hogwarts. Especially not Hagrid. He's not even a good wizard. I think maybe we see Dumbledore apparate at some point inside of Hogwarts, but he's Dumbledore. He's like one of the best wizards of all time. So I could see, and also he's the headmaster, so I could see him getting around the you can't apparate inside of Hogwarts rules. But you can't apparate inside of Hogwarts. It's a plot point. It's a rule. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. Oh no, not the pot. That was probably expensive. That wasn't legal back in whenever she wrote this. WTF do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid. Someone else, she really thinks that his name's spelled like Hagrid, by the way. This is a consistent misspelling. Every single time. I mean, sometimes she spells it even more wrong, but every single time it's Har instead of Hagrid. Whatever. Someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd, that one guy who gave her gothic clothes. Or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey. Hey. It was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. I kind of love the idea of Dumbledore just like carrying a gothic purse. Just like a little black purse with like a skull on it or something. I don't know. Something about that mental image makes me happy. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR are? I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Who doesn't know what MCR is? I'm a prep. Like in real life, I'm a prep. I'm a goody two shoes prep. I mean, I guess I was a little bit into like rock and alternative music in high school, but like I was mostly a prep. Ebony still would have called me a prep in high school, even at my most like gothic. But like who doesn't know who MCR is? Even now, I would be surprised if at least people my age didn't know who MCR was. Maybe like I don't know if they're still relevant or if they've been relevant recently. But like if you were in high school in like 2014, for example, you knew who MCR were for sure. I'd be hard pressed to find a teenager in the late 2000s to early 2010s who didn't know who MCR was. But also this is Dumbledore and he's like 150, so fair enough, I guess. Actually my argument's moot. But still. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Okay. And then the chapter just ends. Sure. And then chapter 20. Okay, we're gonna do this one and then we'll end the stream. Finish this off. Chapter 20. Author's note. I said, do not care what you think. I do not care what you think. Stuff flamin', okay preps. Thanks to Raven for the help. Oh yeah, BTW, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. I like how even her family vacations are gothic. She's going to Transylvania. There's no... I don't think I believe that in real life Tara was going to Transylvania. Sorry, bestie, I don't believe you. I think you're lying to my face. That's funny, though. I like it. Alright, all day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I popped on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff. The writing style is devolving so quickly. I swear when we started the stream, the writing style was semi-normal. Like, it was functional. It still wasn't very good, but it was functional. And now it's just devolving into utter word salad. Purple lace all over it, a black gothic compact boots. Jesus. To be honest, I only learned that MCR existed through your My Immortal videos on YouTube. Never came across them otherwise. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I guess if you weren't really listening to like alt rock or like emo rock around the time that they were popular, I could see you not knowing who they are. Yeah, I could see that. Fair enough. I feel like I think everyone that I knew in high school would have known who MCR is, so I think I'm a little bit biased there. I mean, I think Good Charlotte is more niche than MCR. MCR had some mainstream relevance, didn't they? I don't know. And I don't care, really. I don't really care. Alright. MCR were going to do the concert again since Volexmort had taken over the last one. I self-herded while I moshed to MCR in my... Can you mosh if you're not in a mosh pit? I'm not actually sure what the verb mosh really means. I guess she's just dancing. I guess she's just dancing to My Chemical Romance in her bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing. You were just dancing. If you're not in a mosh pit, you're not moshing, you're just dancing. I think. I don't know. I've never been in a mosh pit. They sound really scary. Okay, moshing to Fang You for the Venom. Okay. I got all mad and turned it of, but sacredly, I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. Let's take a drink for I got all mad and turned it of, but sacredly I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin! Are you gonna come? I'm not even sure if I can say that on stream. Are you gonna come assault me or whatever? Also, she knows what she did. Problematic queen. Problematic Satan. I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and Snap since he was a pedo. Also, once again, at the end of like chapter 12 or chapter 11 or something like that, she said that all of the pedos were being sent to. She said Saint Mangoes, which is a misspelling of St. Mungo's, the hospital, but I'm pretty sure she meant Azkaban. But they were being sent to prison, is my point. Why are they back? Why are they back? Why aren't they in jail? They probably should be. Okay, no, actually. Get it? Hell. No, actually, get it, hell. Can I please borrow some condoms? Like some condemnations? I can give you a lot of condemnations. For sure. He growled angrily. Why is he so aggressive about it? Why is he so aggressive about it? Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girl. I'm not gonna say that. That's... It's not funny. I'm laughing because I'm very uncomfortable and exasperated, but that's not funny. That's really not... I don't like that. I'd like to go home now. I'm literally in my home, but I'd like to go home now, please. I shouted sarcastically, I'd also like to go home because what the fuck is that spelling? You're not spelling fucking Saskatchewan. What's wrong with you? Fucker, he said, gong away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, black lipstick, and white foundation. I'm not terribly off-brand right now. Then I went. Where? You went where? Went to the Great Hall, perhaps. Then I gasped. ... It's not an ellipses because it has 4 periods instead of 3. Personal pet peeve of mine. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. He's a werewolf. She's talking about dog ears. It's fine. Thank you. That actually made it much better. Thank you. 6 years in dog ears is like 42. Great. Perfect. Okay. Excellent. That makes it a lot better. Thank you. Okay, so now Snape and Lupin are performing public indecency in a school full of children, by the way. I'm not okay. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot, they both shouted angrily when they saw me. How dare you, student, be in a public area of the school on a night when the students are going to a concert and we know about it. Be so fucking for real right now. Dobby ran away crying. They got up. Why did she just have Dobby in this story only to watch them bone? Dobby has not been in the story this entire time, and I don't know if he ever will be again. I don't remember. Why was he just there for 2 seconds? Just to make it weird? Why did you have to make it that weird? I'm not having a good time. No, I am having a good time, but like, ow, ouchie, it hurts. You're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it, in the words of Ron Weasley. Okay, they got up though. Normally I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it. Again, we're fetishizing gay men. Awesome. Love that. Send help. But both of them were fucking preps. That's what's wrong with this situation. It's not the fact that they're having public sex in a school full of children. It's that they're preps, so therefore it's not sexy. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. BTW Snake has moved to Gryffindor now. She moved all the Gryffindors to Slytherin, and now she's moving Snape, the head of Slytherin House, to Gryffindor. At this point, you're not even, like, twisting the canon, you're just fucking bulldozing the canon. Which I guess you can do in a fanfic, but, like... Why? You did this for what? You did this for what? Just because all the preps have to be in Gryffindor? And all the Gothics have to be in Slytherin? Be so fucking for real right now! WTF, is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. See, I spelled dat. I think she meant sarcastically, though, and she definitely doesn't know how to spell sarcastically, as we can see here. I think she meant sarcastically, though. That would be a weird thing to say sadistically. I don't know. I don't think that's the right context to be using that word. She did spell it right, though, so props, I guess. But then you called Lupin Lumpkin, so, like... Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied. If he had said... if he had walked into Ebony's room and said, I need a condom so that I can go have relations with Snape in the Great Hall or wherever they are, Please give one to me. Would that have helped the situation? Would she have been like, oh yeah, bestie, I got you? I mean, I guess that means that Ebony is an advocate for safe sex, and we do stan using protection and being safe. But I don't know. I don't think she would, especially because, you know, it's not hot because they're preps, so it's not hot that they were having sex. I hate her. I hate her so much. You dimwit, Snake began to shoot angrily, and then ... I took out my camera. That's actually a proper ellipses. Good job, Ebony. Excellent. A+ on using one ellipses with the correct amount of dots, correct amount of periods. Great job. It's never going to happen again, but great job. I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Oh my god. Well, at least they're of age. When they took a video of her naked, that was child material. Well, excuse me, they both showed it. Imagine you take a naked picture of someone and they just say, well, excuse me. That's such a not appropriate response. Like, that's such a measured response to something kind of fucking awful. You shouldn't take naked pictures of someone without their consent. They both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now, next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. That's Ebony. I don't think we've seen Ebony do a single spell in this story. I think she's a squib. That's what they call them, right? Squibs? Wizards who can't do magic. Like, Filch is one of them. I'm pretty sure the word is squib. I'm pretty sure that's what they call them in the books. But, like, at this point, I don't think Ebony can do magic. Like, because the only time we've ever seen her use her wand is to throw it so that they trip over it like it's a banana peel. And this is a 1940s cartoon. I don't think she can do magic. Why is she at the magic school? But anyway, she threw her wand and they tripped over it. I guess it's gone forever now. She'll never get back. It's wherever. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. WTF, where'd Draco? Where did Draco? I asked him. Sure. Oh, he's being a... Wait. Vampire had a British accent, didn't he? Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. I don't even know what that was. He told me he won't come. I can't do it, but I'm still gonna try. Vampire said, shaking his head. You wanna come with me? To the concert? The fact that that's two separate questions. She knows what she's doing. Turin knows. She knows what she's doing. Then, way too many periods to be an ellipses, he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. Of course it was. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it, and the one on the back said Anobi on it. First of all, I don't think you can have different license plates on one vehicle, but sure. I'm sure Tara wasn't old enough to drive when she wrote this, so I guess she wouldn't know. You can't do that. ... I gasped. Oh my god. He made one of the license plates her name, spelt incorrectly. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there, playing. They were playing dodgeball, in fact. It was a nice little romp around. Some good old-fashioned dodgeball. Dip, duck, dive, and dodge. I forget the 5 Ds of dodgeball, I'm sorry. Is it dodge, duck, no. There's 2 dodges. It's like dodge, duck, dive, something else, and then dodge again. I don't remember. It's been a while since I saw the movie. Good movie, though. I need to watch that again. Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller. I don't remember anyone else who was in that movie. Vince Vaughn, though. Love Vince Vaughn. Great guy. Anyway. What was I saying? They were playing dodgeball. They're playing some dodgeball. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. This girl will literally just make out with anyone. And by anyone, I do mean Vampire, but like, if I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. When she's dating Draco. Who is Vampire's ex-boyfriend. The tangled web that we weave, my goodness. So they're moshing to the music, they're making out. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an organism. Or an orgasm, in fact. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner. You could hear Draco cry. How loud was Draco, like, wailing in despair that she could hear him over a concert? Over, like, vocals and amplified instrumentals. Draco must have just been fucking wailing. My goodness. Alright, so Draco just saw her making out with Vampire, who is, again, Draco's ex-boyfriend. It's very messy. I guess that's gonna cause some drama next time on My Immortal. Draco's gonna be upset, I guess. Sure. Well, I guess that counts as a cliffhanger, I say as I went to the next page, but whatever, don't look at it. Anyway, we're gonna end the stream there. It has been a time. Has the plot progressed at all? We just read like 8 chapters, and I don't think the plot progressed at all. We're still going to the MCR concert. We're still at the MCR concert. Ah! The MCR concert first appeared in like chapter 13 or 14, and we're still there. In chapter 20. I guess chapter 21, it looks like it's going to be moving on past the concert finally. This is like a Dragon Ball Z fight, or a Dragon Ball fight that like never ends. They're just powering up for like 17 episodes straight. Except it's the MCR concert that never ends. And MCR is just powering up for 17 episodes straight, I guess. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's been fun. I'm gonna go lay down. I think I need to lay down. But thank you for joining me. It's been great. We will be back next Friday we'll be back to our regular scheduled program next week. So I'll be back next Friday with more My Immortal. Also, I said I was going to stream Stardew on Sunday, which I'm supposed to, but I'm going to the Barbie movie with my friends on Sunday night, so maybe not. I don't know. I might make up for it on Saturday or earlier on Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. But it won't be at night, because I'm going to be at the Barbie movie. But anyway, back to our regular scheduled program next week. And I'll see you then. Bye, I wish you a quick mental recovery from this. I'm so sorry to break this to you, but there is no mental recovery from this. It will haunt all of us for the rest of our days. We just gotta live with it. Anyway, have a good rest of your week, and I will see you whenever I next stream. Bye.